Hey, algebra. We keep going today with simplifying expressions, focusing on distribution again. And today, the type of distribution we're going to focus on involves division. So I showed you an example about this yesterday, if you watched the whole video. But here's a quick story. So a friend gave a Ziploc of filled up with gum to Brandy. She decided to share it equally with her mom. Okay, so inside this Ziploc bag, there were 6 packs of gum and 8 individual sticks of gum. So she's going to share with her mom equally. She's got to take what's in the Ziploc bag and break it into 2 groups, right? So, blam, split that right down the middle, and there's going to be 3 packs and 4 individual sticks for each of them, right? Okay, it's a great illustration, Mr. J. I totally understand. So here's what that looks like. Thank you, by the way. Here's what that looks like just with the algebra expression. You just changed up the variable. Sometimes we don't use x, sometimes we use other letters. So this one's written with the letter A. Okay, so I got 6a plus 8 in the numerator, and that represents what I started with. It's an implied group. There are no parentheses there, but since all of that is together on top of this division problem or fraction, it's a group. So I have to treat 6a plus 8 as a group. That's just like the gift bag that Brandy got at the beginning with 6 packs and 8 sticks of gum, right? It's all together in one Ziploc bag. So if we're going to share equally with her mom, that's Brandy plus her mom, there's 2 people. So I'm going to divide everything by 2. Okay, well, the way we do this is just divide each of the pieces by 2. Each term in that algebra expression has to be divided by 2. So the 6a gets divided by 2. 6a divided by 2 is 3a. And there's a plus sign, so I'm going to bring that plus down because I'm looking ahead. I know when I divide that positive 8 divided by 2, I'm going to get a positive number. So I get positive 4. And that is all there is to it. Right? It's basically showing me what each person, Brandy and her mom, is going to get. They're going to get 3 packs and 4 individual sticks if they break this apart and share evenly. All right. So a couple of different examples. This looks different. This looks like a fraction, 1/3, that is being multiplied by the group 6x plus 12, and sometimes looks are deceiving. Since that fraction 1/3 has the numerator of 1, the 1's not really doing anything. Right? When I multiply something by 1, you get the same number. Okay, so the numerator is not really doing anything in terms of the multiplication. If I distribute the 1/3 times that set of parentheses, it's the divide by, that fraction line is divide by 3. That's where the work is happening. I could rewrite this problem if I wanted to. Uh, put the 6x plus 12 from the parentheses and go on the top. And then since the 1 multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything, I can kind of ignore that and say, just look, it's divided by 3. Right? And that's just like the problem we did just a minute ago. Okay, you don't have to rewrite the problem, and that's not the only way to do it. So that would get you the correct answer. You could do the 6x divided by 3 and then the positive 12 divided by 3, blam. Or if you want to do the problem the way it is written, that's awesome. Let's do it the way it's written. So I'm going to take this 1/3, I'm going to multiply it onto the 6x, and then I'm going to multiply it onto, oops, bad arrow, onto the 12. Okay, so 1/3 times 6, that's going to be, sorry, times 6x. I'll just write it down so we can see everything first of all, and then I'm going to take the 1/3 and multiply it by that 12. Okay, and then when I multiply fractions, the 6x is going to go right onto the top. So 6x multiplied by 1 is going to give me a 6x on the top. I'll just show every possible little step. And then for the blue one, the 12 is going to multiply onto the top. So I'm going to get 12 in the numerator. 12 times 1 is 12. Denominator of 3 stays put. And then I can clean these up. 6x divided by 3, that's 2x. And plus 12 divided by 3, that's 4. All right. Next, what if the fraction doesn't have a numerator of 1? That does make it a little bit different because I cannot rewrite this one like the previous one I showed you could rewrite it. So this one I just have to multiply the fraction. I take this 3/4 and it's going to be distributed onto the 8z and also onto the positive 16. I'll use the space over here on the side of the page first. So 3/4 times 8z, and then following the blue arrow, plus 3/4 times 16. Okay, now let's go down the page. So green part, 8z multiplied onto the, is going to multiply into the numerator by the 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Z comes with it. Denominator stays 4. Plus, over here, multiply the 3, the numerator multiplied by the 16. 16 times 3 is 48. And the denominator of 4 stays put. Okay, let's clean up each of those two fractions. 24 divided by 4 is 6, so this is going to be 6z. The z part doesn't change. And in the blue part, 48 divided by 4, that's 12. All right, let's see. You know what? Winter is coming. Circle that with snowflakes. All right, last one. So what if we do the same division we've just been looking at, distributing division, and we've got some combining like terms. All right, well, let's start with the division first. So start here. So I'm going to divide the 12z by 4. I'm also going to divide the 16 by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and it had a z on it, so it's going to stay as a z. Positive 16 divided by 4, positive 4. And then I'm going to bring down the rest of the problem. Now I have some like terms I got to find. I'm going to combine the like terms. So I think pink will show up. It depends on what color my ink is. Sometimes the highlighter just like makes things not legible. Okay, so I got a z here. I've got a z here. I need to keep the sign, which is to the left of the coefficient. So this is a positive 3z. If it were not positive, it would say negative. So positive. And the 9z, I got to keep that minus sign there. I'm going to read it as a minus or a negative. Either way, it's negative 9. But I got to subtract. All right, so I'm going to actually pronounce it as a subtract. 3z minus 9z going to give me negative 6z. And then these other two terms are the constants. Let's go with yellow. Positive 4 and minus 6. Positive 4 minus 6 is going to give me a result of negative 2. And then, what have I not used? Blam! All right, there we go. Okay, so let's look at dividing using division for our distribution. Good luck.